Good afternoon, everyone. We're back again to break down another MLB slate. But before we dig into that, we're going to just give a quick slate review of yesterday. So, what did you take away from yesterday, Justin?
DeGrom screwed us over. It wasn't really just him, but he just got pulled out of the game early. He had 27, only pitched four, but had five Ks. Um, Chris Bryant might might be back. We played him and he homered. The rest of the lineup is kind of just okay. I mean, McCutchen homered as well. If he didn't have Freddie Freeman or Patrick Wisdom, like us, because they both hit two nukes. Um, to be honest, I don't even know who did well pitching wise yesterday. This Wesneski went 7 innings. Dear God. Rich Hill. My God. Yeah, I mean, overall, our reads were right. We just did a Colorado, we did a course stack. The ground should have gone there for us, but I think I lost like $2 just from MLB, so could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
Um,
I ended up min cashing myself. I think, obviously, we had, like I said in the video yesterday, just target one side of the game. Pittsburgh went crazy. We ended up, for safety purposes, taking both sides, but the move in the end to win a tournament was having Pittsburgh, and then I think it was maybe some Rangers and who else got there? I guess the double dongs between Wisdom and Freddie, if someone had those up top. But yeah, the slate was pretty interesting because obviously DeGrom at like 60% got yanked, but then also Corbin Burns had like 15% and he also left early. So it's just a weird slate for pitching. And today's slate is a lot worse. So I
the
guess we can just
guy
go ahead
that
and
won, sorry, the guy that won the $7 25K to first contest stacked the Cubs. Uh, had a one off of Jung, whatever his first name is, then had Acuna, and then had two. He had Bryant and Crone. Jesus Christ, that guy got so lucky.
yeah,
Congrats to
MLB
him.
definitely high variance. So today's pitching looks pretty meh. We can just go ahead and dig into that if you want.
Yeah, so you know what? Hold on a second. I'm gonna show you guys what we use, if this will let me. All right, so it shows here. Here, let me scroll up a bit. So, salary, the team that they're on, matchup, opposing team stack score, percentage to be the highest pitcher, the value, ownership, leverage. So right now it shows us Strider, Clayton Kershaw, Stroman, Gilbert. I don't really see um, anything else past those four. I know we're not going to pay 11K for Stroman. I mean, he's got a great matchup and he's been pretty good this season, but it's also like I don't know if I want to pay 11K for him at the moment. Um, Kershaw looks good. Spencer Strider, I guess okay. I kind of just think of the last time we played him and he kind of shit the bed against your Reds, but still good. I'm kind of leaning towards Gilbert a little bit more, but that's just me.
Yeah, Strider looks good here. He's hit what, 9 Ks? Yeah, 9 Ks exactly in every start um, this year so far. He has been tough to get to 6 innings, which matters a good bit on FanDuel, but he can get there. He's stretched enough. It's just like whenever he's been getting to 100 pitches, it's been the fifth inning, so he's just getting kind of unlucky there. I like I'd like Gilbert more than Kershaw today for 300 less. Kershaw's got a tough matchup, and he hasn't quite shown the upside the last couple starts. Um, and we know Milwaukee's very hit or miss, so I'll just lean Gilbert there. And then if you really want to pay down and take some shots on the bats, you have Sale and Snell in the mid sevens, but
Yeah, Blake Snell is projected for 27% ownership.
yeah, if he's mega
Yeah,
chalk, I'll just hope that Atlanta just takes him out.
yeah, I mean, I kind of get it, but do you really want to? I just remember like in years past, he would have like a couple good games and then he'd get like lit up and get like minus like 10. So, but it's also kind of a tough matchup against Atlanta. But
Yeah, I
uh,
think if you want to go elsewhere besides those we've named already, maybe Montgomery. He's like fine. He's probably going to give you 35. You probably take that at 9.5 if no one else goes off. Eovaldi looks sort of interesting just because he's playing Kansas City. He just pitched against them, had 7 strikeouts. If he could just limit these hits, 10 hits against them, 5 hits against Chicago, 6 against Philly. If he could just limit those for a couple more innings, he can get to the 6 innings, 8 Ks, and he really pay off a 9-1 price tag. But that's more of a long distance shot. I think Gilbert probably looks the best, and then Strider, and then a pretty big drop off.
no, yeah. Kind of like you said with Kershaw, he hasn't been looking hot recently, but I mean, it's still Clayton Kershaw. He can kind of like with DeGrom, his like first game he got lit up, and then his like next like 2 or 3 starts he went insane. So I mean, this could be a spot where he can just completely shut out the Mets, but I think Gilbert is priority here. And he's projected for 14% ownership, which is still pretty good. Strider 13. Kershaw's only 6, but yeah, kind of just saying that he hasn't been looking too hot recently. I mean, that's good enough for me to just go Logan Gilbert. And considering Gilbert's obviously a little cheaper.
Yeah.
All
So we
right.
want to switch to stacks.
Yeah. I guess I'll be nice and I'll show the sticks. Hold on. So this is yeah, look at the stack score here. I mean 18-4 for Pittsburgh, 13-9 for Colorado. So yeah, it just shows you the starting pitchers that the stack is facing, their ownership, projected team total, top stack percentage, like which team out of all these is going to have the top stack. You know, you got your value here, ownership share. So kind of depending on who you have for Pittsburgh, it's going to be around 24%. Obviously, you're going to have no leverage at cores and then just stochastic stack score. I mean, just look at this drop off here. 18-4, 13-9, and then it's just like the next highest one I see is like 5-7. That's insane.
Yeah, I
Well, I
think
know.
I'll probably be on Pittsburgh, Maine with like Sawinski, Bay, McCutcheon, Brian Hayes, or something like that. I think that's like 1, 3, 5, 6. Just like a little bit off the board of a stack in terms of just not like 1 through 4, 2 through 5, whatever. I think Colorado's fine, but I honestly like these secondary stacks better. I like Baltimore against Gray, major power there, and fly ball pitcher. I like Texas against Keller a little bit, even though Keller's pitched pretty well. And then with how bad Evaldi's been, like we just mentioned, Kansas City is worth some mini stack consideration, like 2 mans. Those are probably my 5 favorite stacks.
Yeah. Jose Urena gets paid good money to give up home runs and give up a bunch of hits. So Pittsburgh is definitely the way to go. You said Texas too, right? Texas Rangers along with
Yeah.
KC. Yeah, I mean I kind of like both of those as well. The thing that kind of is standing out to me is Houston is like kind of middle of the pack. If you just saw Chris Bassett, he's good, but he's not like amazing. They're playing in a dome. So I mean, I don't know. There's just something about Houston. I wouldn't obviously like, you know, full stack them and then do a secondary stack of like doing the reverse. Like don't like mini stack Pittsburgh and then do Houston, but I don't know, probably like Alvarez, Pena, Bregman, Tucker. Those are kind of like the bats that would stand out to me. Bassett's known to like give up a bunch of power. So, and like I said too, they're playing in a dome. Weather won't really affect anything. I mean, I kind of understand with the wind blowing out, it can help home runs and stuff, but it's not like the game's gonna get like canceled or anything too. But um, I hate to
I
say
think,
this, but sorry, I hate to say this, but Twins bats don't look that bad against a washed Chris Sale, White Sox legend, but I'm probably not getting to like any, but that's just another couple bats to consider.
yeah, I mean, we had mentioned Texas. I mean, it's kind of a washed lineup without Seager, but you're getting Lowe, Garcia, and Simeon all around 3,300, all priced pretty appropriately. Maybe Garcia's a little much, but Simeon's like probably 700 too cheap. Lowe's a couple hundred too cheap. So I like those guys for sure in terms of pricing. And then Pittsburgh is priced pretty well here too. Hayes is pretty cheap. Bay's cheap. McCutcheon is kind of steep, but he's been hitting pretty well. And then Sawinski's 2,700. So those are the primary bats I like. And then Baltimore, if you really want to, even though they've been really, really shafting us.
I'm looking at the batter tool, and it's showing that Brian Reynolds is projected to go absolutely insane today. And I know he's like 4,400, but that's kind of a bat I like today for Pittsburgh. But like I said too, he's 4,400, and anytime you play a core stack, no matter who it is, they're just gonna get priced up. Can be like the worst, probably one of the worst players, and they get like a few $100 raise just because they're playing at cores.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Reynolds has been pretty hot. He's been doing fine, so that kind of makes sense with him. But yeah, he's projecting out pretty well, and I understand why. I'm kind of just scrolling through to see if any other bets are projecting out around the same as him, and it's not really. Damn, that's crazy. Um, yeah, Brian Reynolds is projected for 29%, Sawinski 28%, McCutcheon 24, CJ Crone, where is he? 19, which isn't too terrible, I guess, but yeah, just reading off some ownerships for what 99% of people are going to do today and just game stack this again. But all right, you ready for home run calls?
Yeah, I got a few lined up.
All right, let's hear them.
So gonna start in that Pittsburgh game. Gonna go Sawinski. He went out yesterday. I think he goes back to back here. I like Pete Alonso to take Kershaw out, and hopefully Mountcastle doesn't go 0 for 5 again, like he has been like the last 4 slates. But he's got major power, and Gray gives up a ton of it. So I like Mountcastle as my third choice, and then just to piggyback off yesterday's pick, because I said Bregman, he's gonna hit one out today. I just know it because we're not gonna play him, and he's gonna do it.
That's how it goes, right? So I'm gonna go my home run calls. Number one, I'm gonna go Kyle Schwarber. Lance Lynn is just dog shit, sadly. I'm gonna go Jorge Soler against Alex Wood. Oh, who was the third one I was gonna go with? Oh, my third one I'm gonna go back with Ryan McMahon. I have no reason besides it's at Coors. Everyone gets a little bit of extra power and extra distance on their hits, so I'm just gonna go with McMahon.
I like those.
Do
You got
I
anything
give do I
else?
give it do I give a troll one like you did? Who
Might as
screws me
well.
over? Who screws me over? I don't really remember who screws me over. Aaron Judge. I'm gonna go with Aaron Judge because I had the same thing happen where I picked him and then the next slate he hit one. So I'm gonna go Schwarber, Judge, Soler, and McMahon. Those are my four. There we go. Okay. No, I think we're good. Unless you have anything else to add.
No, that should about do it. Make sure to like and subscribe and tune into our video tomorrow. And we'll link Stokastic's tools and projections in the description if you want to check those out.